WLNS is here for you with 6 News this morning.
Good morning, Mid-Michigan. Thank you for waking up with us. It's Sunday, February 6th. I'm Michael Thomas. The time is 8 o'clock. 6 News is here for you now with this morning's top stories. The U.S. has now met another milestone when it comes to COVID-19. The virus has now claimed more than 900,000 lives. But at the same time, new infections are dropping and down by about 40%. CBS News correspondent Lila Luciano starts our morning over with the latest in Pasadena.
COVID is killing nearly 2,400 Americans every day, the highest in a year, with deaths rising in 35 states. But Omicron is in retreat. New infections are plummeting by 50% nationwide, and hospitalizations are down 17%, though healthcare workers are still struggling.
Nurses are overwhelmed, overworked.
Also struggling, long-haul COVID patients who are feeling fatigue, chest pain, and brain fog, some for months.
Taking a shower was exhausting.
Dr. Siddharth Singh of Cedars-Sinai runs a clinic specializing in long COVID.
Is there a group that's at higher risk?
Most of the long haulers we are seeing are actually patients who had mild COVID.
Would you say the vaccines and boosters are also preventing long COVID?
Vaccination may provide some benefits, or may provide some protection from developing, long haul symptoms.
Still, nearly 1 in 4 Americans hasn't received a single shot. And today, there were new protests against vaccine mandates and restrictions in Canada. Trucks and tractors rolled into several cities across the country again this weekend. Fears of clashes are rising, with police calling their actions an occupation.
The people are fed up.
With Omicron cases slowing, there's a renewed sense of confidence. People are out shopping, enjoying restaurants this weekend. As for the rest of the economy, it seems the recent spikes in cases did not slow hiring. According to the January jobs report, there were almost 470,000 new jobs created. Lilia Luciano, CBS News, Pasadena, California.
And right back here in mid-Michigan, even though cases are dropping, hospitals remain overwhelmed. This weekend, national reinforcements arrived in the Lansing area to help one of our largest healthcare systems. A team of 25 doctors and nurses have come in from all over the nation to help ease the workload at Sparrow Hospital in Lansing. Officials tell 6 News the group will be helping in every department, from the emergency room to the operations room. Now, more specific details will be coming in the next few days, but according to a spokesperson for the hospital, the temporary staff will be fully operating by tomorrow morning. And evidence of this much needed help is that the state has now reached its 2 millionth COVID case count. Now, more than 9,800 new cases were reported last week, averaging about 5,000 a day. And while it is a high number, this is well down from the 20,000 a day Michigan saw last month. Officials also reported more than 200 deaths last week, and 155 of them were found during a vital records review. This 2 million case count shows calculations that every 1 in 5 Michiganders at some point has tested positive for the virus. And a reminder, Sparrow Hospital in Ionia will be relocating its COVID-19 testing site beginning tomorrow at 8 a.m. Patients will now be able to get PCR test drive-through style, and this will be available on the east side of the hospital near the emergency room. Officials say the Ionia County Health Department gave state allocated funds to the site, all in hopes to help make things easier for the community. And over in Eaton County, the sheriff's office lobby will be reopening. Now, due to the rise in COVID-19 cases, Sheriff Tom Reck closed the office and began requiring pre-scheduled appointments. Now, this was for a number of different services, which included court-ordered fingerprints and inmate visitations. But starting tomorrow morning, things will go back to normal and no appointments will be needed. And in mid-Michigan, hundreds and millions of dollars will soon be going to the transportation improvement, and your input is being asked. Now, between fall this year and 2026, the Tri-County Regional Planning Commission is expected to invest more than $425 million in the Greater Lansing transportation infrastructure. Now, to prepare, it's asking those who live and work in Ingham, Clinton, and Eaton counties to comment on the proposed projects. Now, the time for your feedback will run all the way through February 15th, and you can submit your comments and thoughts through an interactive map online or by attending a virtual meeting. Now, there will be 2 virtual meetings held later this week, both on February 10th. One is scheduled for noon and the other is scheduled for 6 p.m. And to honor the continuation of Black History Month, the Michigan State University Wind Symphony will be live this afternoon from the Detroit School of Arts. Now, the concert is free and features Detroit's Damian Crutcher. Now, he graduated from MSU and is known as an arts leader and advocate. Now, if you're unable to make the event live in person, you can always stream it online at MSU's College of Music channel. Now, while there is no cost to attend, you do need to reserve a ticket ahead of time, and when you arrive, proof of a COVID-19 vaccination or a recent negative COVID-19 test will be required. The show begins at 3 p.m.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto